Thank you, Stephanie, for this wonderful video blog post. Some things I hear in your response include, as a counselor, that you plan to engage in self reflection and feedback, um, and that you are also seeking to collaborate with organizations to work on issues like poverty, discrimination, and stigma. Specifically, community outreach programs promoting culturally responsive services. That, in addition to educating your clients about available resources and empowering them to use their voices, which I love this part, in rarely compliant and difficult systems. So I kind of just took your specific focus and just looked for some sort of scholarly work on specifically navigating difficult and inherently racist systems. So I found a article called "Social Capital: Black Social Mobility and Health Disparities." This is by Gilbert et al. In 2022. So I'm going to summarize some things that I read here, which definitely furthered my understanding of how to work with clients who are coping and navigating living in oppressive systems and what to do about it. So this is some of that summary. So people with marginalized identities are often expected to find ways to cope with oppression and then sent back into a broken world, perhaps with stronger coping skills, but often ones which do not address the root cause or source of the pain, which is social injustice, which you spoke to. The authors propose that it's therapeutically important to problematize, pathologize, and address the systems and narratives that discriminate and cause people to a need to cope, instead of focusing therapeutic interventions only on internal resources of the person doing the coping. So then the article goes on to break down the concept of social capital and how people within a society can use their social capital and work with diverse groups with different social capital in order to achieve common goals. So here's a little more about that. Systemic discrimination results in injustice in part by dictating which resources and opportunities are permitted to be accessed and by whom. Therefore, structural bias serves as a gatekeeper for both community level and individual access to all types of capital: cultural, financial, social. So here they go on to talk about the concept of social capital allows us to typify and quantify the value of networks and the norms within these networks, which give rise to cooperation and reciprocity. So social capital, they argue, allows us to advance not only the collective and individual goals, but also leverage the power of community, macro structures. Understanding that marginalized and racialized communities often face a deficit in linking their social capital in the systems that serve the community. So when a community and the individuals focus on measures that target and building and maintaining these connections of social capital within diverse groups, this will increase the power of the community to make sustainable positive changes in their context, i.e. a lot of the issues you talked about, reducing environmental racism, increasing local infrastructure, like parks, museums, community centers, etc. Okay, that concludes my response. Stephanie, thank you again for this thorough response, and I hope this was a thought-provoking response to your response.